Hi everyone. Let's see the next question from the exercise 6.5. That is third question. Third main first question, f of x is equal to x square. In this, find the local maxima and local minima where it is possible. So to find this, we will use the second derivative test. So first take the derivative. F dash of x is equal to derivative of x square, that is 2x. Next step, for maxima or minima, for maxima or minima, for maxima or minima, f dash of x must be equal to 0. Therefore, we get 2x equal to 0 and x is equal to 0. So, this x equal to 0, what we are getting, that is a critical point. Now we find the second derivative. Second derivative, that is derivative of 2x again. Derivative of 2x is 2. Now we find the second derivative at this point, at the critical point, f double dash of 0, that is equal to 2, which is greater than 0. Now when the second derivative is greater than 0, we can tell this critical point. At which point it is greater than 0? At 0. At 0, the double derivative is greater than 0. Therefore, f as local. If it is greater than 0, it has local minima. F as local minima at x equal to 0. So when you get the second derivative greater than 0, at this point it will have, the function will have local minima. So once you find what is the point of local minima, then we can find what is the value of minimum value. Therefore, minimum value. So once you get the point, we can substitute that point. Minimum value is equal to, we can substitute this 0 in the given function. So that is f of 0. F of 0 is equal to x square, that is 0 square, which is equal to 0. So the minimum value is 0. The minimum value is 0 at x equal to 0. Therefore, local minima is 0 at x equal to 0. Therefore, the minimum value is 0 at x equal to 0. Consider the next question. G of x equal to x cube minus 3x. So again the same steps. Find the derivative. G dash of x equal to derivative of x cube 3x square minus derivative of 3x is 3. Now for maxima or minima, for maxima or minima, derivative must be equal to 0. Therefore, 3x square minus 3 must be equal to 0. You can take 3 common, you get x square minus 1 equal to 0. So the x square, this is a square minus b square form. So we can write this as x plus 1 into x minus 1 equal to 0. So from this, we get x equal to minus 1 and x equal to plus 1. So we get two critical points here. Once you get the critical points, find the second derivative, that is second derivative of g. Derivative, this is 3 is coefficient, and derivative of x square, that is 2x, and derivative of minus 3, that is 0. So this is equal to 6x. So second derivative is equal to 6x. Now we find the second derivative at the critical points. So if we substitute -1, the critical point -1, we get 6 into -1, which is equal to -6, which is less than 0. If you substitute 1, we get 6 into 1, which is equal to 6, that is greater than 0. Now the second derivative is less than 0 at -1, and second derivative is greater than 0 at +1. So from this, -1 is point of local, -1 is point of less than 0 means it is maximum. -1 is point of local maxima, and 1 is point of local minima. Now once we got the point of local maxima and point of local minima, we can substitute -1 and +1 in the given function to get what is the maximum value and what is the minimum value. So we can substitute -1. So g of -1 will be equal to 3x cube. 3x cube, no, just x cube. So -1 whole cube minus 3 into -1, which is equal to -1 plus 3, which is equal to 2, and g of 1, that is equal to 1 cube minus 3 into 1, which is equal to 1 minus 3, and that is minus, which is equal to -2. So now you can see -1 is giving you +2 and 1 is giving you -2. Therefore -1 will give you the maximum value and +1 will give you the minimum value. So what we write here is maximum value is 2 at x equal to -1. In fact, you can write local maximum value, and local minimum value is -2 at x equal to 1. So we get maximum value at -1 and minimum value at +1. Next question, h of x is equal to sin x plus cos x, and is given the interval also. X should be between 0 to pi by 2. X must be between 0 to pi by 2. So the method is same. Find the derivative. Derivative of sin x is cos x plus, derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Again, for maxima or minima, derivative must be equal to 0. Therefore cos x minus sin x must be equal to 0. So we get cos x is equal to sin x. Cos x and sin x values are same when x is equal to pi by 4. When x is equal to pi by 4, cos pi by 4 will become 1 by root 2, sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. For some other values also we will get same, but here we should verify only in the interval 0 to pi by 2. In the interval 0 to pi by 2, this case cos x and sin x will be equal only when x is equal to pi by 4. Therefore x is equal to pi by 4. Now we got the critical point. Now we can find the second derivative. Second derivative is equal to cos x derivative is minus We can simplify, you get minus 2 by root 2 which is equal to minus root 2, all that you can simplify. But from here, this is negative, so it should be negative value only. So we can directly write it is less than 0. When the second derivative is less than 0, this point is a point of local maxima. Therefore, pi by 4 is a point of local maxima. This is a point of local maxima. So what is the maximum value? For maximum value, substitute. For maximum value, substitute in the given equation. That is sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4. That is equal to 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. We get 2 by root 2. We get 2 by, which is equal to 2 by root 2. This is nothing but root 2. So what we can write the conclusion? Root 2 is maximum value or root 2 is local maxima. Root 2 is local maximum at x is equal to pi by 4. So root 2 is local maxima at x equal to pi by 4. Okay, fourth question I am leaving it for you. Remember, when you are solving the fourth question, the interval is from 0 to 2 pi. So you might get more than one critical point. So just keep that in mind. Now come to the fifth question. F of x is given this equation. Again find the derivative. X cube derivative 3x square minus 6 into 2x plus 9. This is equal to 3x square minus 12x plus 9. So again, for maxima or minima, make this derivative equal to 0. Therefore, 3x square minus 12x plus 9 must be equal to 0. We can take 3 common. X square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. We can take the factors here. The factors will be x minus 3, x minus 1, x minus 3. You can take the factors and verify. You get x minus 1, x minus 3. So now from this the critical points will be, therefore x equal to 1 and 3. So once we get critical points, take the second derivative. Second derivative here it is 3x square, derivative is 3 into 2x, that is 6x minus 12. Now we can substitute these 2 points, critical points. 6 into 1 minus 12, which is equal to minus 6, which is less than 0, and second derivative at point 3, that is 6 into 3 minus 12. This is 6 into 3, 18 minus 12, 6, which is greater than 0. Therefore 1 is point of local. This is less than 0, so it is maximum. Point of local maxima. And 3 is point of local minima. Now once you get the points of local maxima and local minima, we can substitute that in the given equation to find the maximum value and the minimum value. 15. So this is equal to minus 5, 10, 19. This is equal to 19, and f at 3, that will be equal to 3 cube minus 6 into 3 square plus 9 into 3, 27 plus 15. So this value you can calculate. 27 plus 27, 54, 54 plus 15, that is 69, minus 6, this is 3 square 9, 6 into 9, this is 54, which will be equal to 15. We can see at 1 we have a 19, at 13 we have 15. This is maximum, this is minimum. So we have got at 1 we get maximum value, at 3 we get minimum value. Therefore the conclusion we can write 19 is maximum at 19 is local maximum at x equal to 1, 15 is local minimum at x equal to 3. Next question, g of x equal to x by 2 plus 2 by x. The condition is x is greater than 0. So we should consider the critical points only greater than 0. So let's take the derivative. Derivative of x is 1, so we get 1 by 2 plus 2 into derivative of 1 by x, that is minus 1 by x square. So we get 1 by 2 minus 2 by x square. Now again for maxima or minima, we get g dash of x equal to 0, that is 1 by 2 minus 2 by x square equal to 0. So we can get from this 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by x square. We can cross multiply, we get x square is equal to 4. So x is equal to plus or minus 2. But given x greater than 0, therefore we consider only x equal to 2. Now this is the critical point. So we find the second derivative. So 1 by 2, that is a constant, so it will become 0. So we get minus 2 x square. 1 by x square can be written as derivative of x power minus 2. So this is minus 2. Now if we apply x power n formula here, we get minus 2 x power minus 2 minus 1 minus q. So that is equal to minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4 by x power minus 3 can be written as 1 by x cube. So we get 4 by x cube. Now this is the second derivative. At this second derivative, we can substitute the critical point. The critical point is 2. So second derivative at 2, if we take, we get 4 by 2 cube, which is equal to 4 by 8, which is equal to 1 by 2, which is greater than 0. Therefore 2 is point of local minima. So now what is the maximum, what is the minimum value? We have got 2 is a local minima, but what is that minimum value? We can find by substituting 2 in the given equation, that is x by 2. So we get 2 by 2 plus 2 by x, again 2 by 2, which is equal to 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Therefore 2 is minimum value, 2 is local minimum, 2 is local minimum at x equal to 2. The minimum value is 2, and at which point? At the point x equal to 2. Okay, next question, g of x equal to 1 by x square plus 2. Again if we take the derivative, this we can apply 1 by x formula. That will be 1 by x square plus 2. 1 by x derivative is minus 1 by x square. So minus 1 by, if you treat this as x, minus 1 by x square. But again if we take the derivative of x square plus 2. So what do we get? Derivative of x square is 2x. So we get 2 by x square plus 2 whole square. Now we take the derivative equal to 0 for maximum or minimum. So if you substitute this, minus 2x by x square plus 2 whole square, this is equal to 0. This will be equal to 0. You can observe the denominator cannot be equal to 0. X square is always positive. Positive plus 2. It is always positive only. The denominator is always greater than 0. So for this equation to be 0, the numerator x must be equal to 0. So we got a critical point. Now we can find the second derivative. The second derivative is minus 2, that is constant. Now we can apply u by v form. That is, we can take x square plus 2 as it is. X square plus 2 whole square as it is. Take the derivative of x. Derivative of x is 1 minus x into derivative of the denominator. Derivative of x square plus 2 whole square by x square plus 4 whole square. X square plus 2. X square plus 2 whole square. Sorry, whole square. We get once again square, so that will be power 4. So we get minus 2 x square plus 2 whole square minus x into derivative of this. You can apply x power n formula. So we get 2 into x square plus 2, and again if you apply the derivative of x square, we get 2x. So again we get 2x there. So we get 2 into x again. Denominator will be there. That is x square plus 4 whole power 4. So this is what we get. Now if we substitute 0 in the second derivative, we can find out whether you get less than 0 or greater than 0. So at 0, you can substitute the value minus 2. This is 0 square, 0 plus 2, 0 plus 2 whole square, that is 2 square, 4 minus, this will become x into this. X into means x is 0. 0 into anything will be 0. So it will be minus 0, and denominator, if you substitute 0, you get 0 square plus 4. That will be, denominator is 4 power 4. So that will be minus 8 by 4 power 4. 2 power 8, that is 256. So which is less than 0. So this is important. The sign is important. Whether you are getting less than 0 or greater than 0, that is important. Here you can see you are getting less than 0. That means we get 0 is point of local maxima. 0 is a point of local maxima. And what is that maximum value? We can find by substituting in the given equation. That is 1 by 0 plus 2. That is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, 1 by 2 is local maximum. 1 by 2 is local maximum at x equal to 0. So thank you. There is one more question remaining in the third main. and I will leave that question for you. You can solve it. So tomorrow we'll continue with the remaining questions. Thank you.